Okay, so we're in the kitchen dining area right now. Again, apologize for the mess that's out here. Next week we start all of our cleaning cycle, but for now, I can see someone was emptying the dishwasher here. Not too much to note here, other than this indicator that you see here by the window over the sink is actually a temperature sensor that is out in the chicken coop area. And then you'll see another sensor uh, over here that's actually back by the greenhouse. You'll see it outside the wall. Not too much to note here, other than the fact that the plateware, the cabin theme plateware, we typically keep up in these cupboards, and the glasses here. Down here, you have various things, vases. You've got an air fryer, I think, down there, and some griddles and things like that. Here's where the nice cabin themed silverware is at, also. And I think it's for 12. I'm gonna probably leave the Keurig out for you. I'll store the coffee pot underneath. Wine glasses. I have the wine glasses out right now for pictures, but it usually sits up here. And this is the trash compartment. Fridge. You don't need explanation on this stuff. Here, this clipboard is where that it has some cabin rules that I wrote. It was for our niece and nephew when they were staying here. This is that table I told you about with the tanks, measuring the oil tanks. There's also a phone list for all the community here. And I would encourage you, if you get a chance, to go to Glacier View Bible Church. It's just down the road, 5 minutes. And introduce yourself. Here are all the keys. This one, of course, is my truck keys, but these are all the keys I have to the cabin. So if it's not hanging here, I don't have them. This is everything I've got for the cabin. Other than that, stuff in the cabinets, I will check everything. Anything that's dated, I will remove it, but I will keep the like the spices and things like that, just so I'm sure you guys, when you nest, will do what you're going to do. Now, hold on just a sec. My dog is loudly protesting because she thinks she's not included in something. I hear you. Big deal. What? Now you're in. Now what? Okay, the great room. So, a couple of things to talk about with the great room. 52-inch TV. It's the oldest TV we have here, believe it or not. So my guess is this one probably at some point soon is going to have to be replaced. This is the Roku Pro system, which consists of the main bar. This is where your Roku device is at. It's tied into the wireless. Wireless is also used to tie into the sub. There's your front right. Over here is your rear right, rear left, and front left. So you have full 5.1 here, surround sound, and it's all controlled through the Roku remote. I'll have those underneath this guy right here. Well, actually, I'll put them up there by the unit. I'll put both the control for the Vizio TV and for the Roku. This little goofy guy over here it's very fun. It's actually that little box that the modem and the speaker are sitting on is actually a record player. And I've actually listened to records. There are some records in here. So down here, what you'll see is a bunch of albums back there, various genres. You'll also see a DVD player, and you'll see a bunch of DVDs, a whole 50 MGM collection here. And You'll see the creosote dissolver down there. I'll tell you about that in a second. And Duraflame sticks. There's some paper down there. Anyhow, these are for um, if you lose your internet and you're trying to watch something on television. If you lose internet, then chances are you don't have phone. And if you don't have phone, then you can rely on DVD. We have done it once or twice before. We just bring this up, plug it in, fire those guys off, and we can still watch the movies. The returns I talked about that go back to the oil-fired furnace. The ones over here, always want to keep these clear. One on the floor, and then there's one over this far floor over here. And then let me show you where the last one's at. You always want to keep them clear because it's forced air. So if you block these off, you're not going to get good circulation. So that one, the other one is right down here. Oh, look, it's blocked. So the other one's right there on the floor. Okay. Let's go out on the deck before I go up. Okay, so out on the deck, in the wintertime, I typically do not shovel this off. The deck can certainly handle the snow load. It usually gets to be a couple of feet up here. I have shoveled it before, and then I have not shoveled it. And what I find is that when I shovel it, it doesn't really give me any benefit. It's a lot of work. But the con is that it tears up the deck. So the shovel tends to tear up the wood. And so I've just said I don't need to tear the wood up to clear snow when people aren't going to be out here necessarily. What I will do is I absolutely will clear up front here, and I will clear down the steps and keep that clear, along with driving the snowblower in a perimeter all the way around the property to the accesses. And I'm lucky because I got Tilly up here, so she keeps it all beat down for me. Makes it a lot easier than trudging through 2 or 3 feet of snow in the wintertime. And the snowblower will easily knock that snow out. These hanging baskets, take a look. They're looking really healthy right now. I hope they're still looking healthy when you get here. This is the end of their season, so they're just about as big as they're going to get here. I will water them up for you right before I leave, but I typically do not do anything with these. I leave them in place, even these upper baskets. I let the snow hit them. You might pull the plants and toss them, but I don't necessarily always worry about that as well, because they'll die down in the fall. The snow will come in and pack them, and then they pretty much just let nutrients go into the soil below them. Springtime, I'll pull them. I'll pull all the plants out, work the soil, and replant. All of these flowers that you see here, I got for a couple $100 from Walmart. And that includes the ones down in front by the front post, the ones in the side basket by the kitchen, all the ones in back. It's really a great deal. So winterization, I think, is your biggest deal out here. It's great for summer, but winterizing is important. That was Tilly's pool. I'll put that under the deck. Normally that's stored underneath the deck. You always want to have a snow shovel close by any of your doors, so that when you step out, you can kind of carve your way to the woodshed, or carve your way to your car, carve your way to engineering space if you need to get down there and start something or fix something. A little bit about the equipment, though. So these are pop-out tiles. We've actually changed them before, changed them up, but they pop right out. So be careful. You can't just tip it over on its side, or you'll dump all the tiles out and they'll break. This uh, umbrella is a large removable. It's not easy to remove. I usually in the springtime, it's seen at summer dirt for sure this year. I usually will take it off and wash it for springtime. This guy over here is made in Oregon. It's a wood pellet patio heater. So you have bins on each side. You fill those bins up with pellets. They fall in the middle. You light the center. I usually use a little bit of charcoal lighter or something on the pellets. Light the pellets. They'll come up and blow out here. This whole thing gets very warm, and the pellets will fall down and self-feed. With both the baskets filled, it will heat the patio area, and it's fine for being on the deck. You can put your hand right underneath it when it's been fired off for 2 hours. Doesn't get hot at all, but it'll heat up around it, and then this little cap will push the heat back down again onto you. I usually, if I'm going to do it, I'll put it out here, you know, with a couple of chairs or something if I want to really have a heater. But it's a great, the pellets for that are over there against the cabin. There's a big garbage can, and behind it there's a small one. The small one has the pellets for it, and then you can buy the pellets at any grocery store, Fred Meyer, even Cars I think have them. You also have other barbecue type stuff, plus briquettes, barbecue starter, and things like that in the bigger garbage bin. This thing works fine. The propane tank is behind that handled area right there. And you just turn this into the on position, hold it. I hand light it. And you got to hold it for a little while. It doesn't just immediately light, so you got to kind of hold the button until the elements heat up, and then it runs great. It's very fun to have that out here in the evening if you don't want to start a campfire down on the other end. So winterization is pretty important because of the snow. I take all of these cushions out and I put them in garbage bags, and then I just stick them underneath the cabin. I used to take everything off the deck. I do not do that anymore. So I take all the cushions and put them in garbage bags. I put that under the cabin somewhere where it's warm. I take the umbrella, pop the umbrella down, lift it out, and then I'll take it and put it underneath the cabin as well. So those two things go into the cabin. They're stored. Springtime, when you get them out, you'll wash them, get them cleaned up. So that leaves you with all of the chairs here and all of the chairs here, no cushions. I take this table and I spin this table 90 degrees. You don't have to, but I do. And I push it as far as I can get it up against that wall. And then around the edges, I pack in and stack all these chairs. And I'm very careful about having them upside down so that they don't get water inside the tubes, especially with these guys. So you'll find your own jigsaw puzzle, but stacking all of this furniture, not the fire pit, but all of the furniture and these two little foldable stands here and these 4 chairs into this area right here. That's basically this little corner where the table's currently at, and getting them all in there will clear this whole deck for you for snow. This guy I move right over tight to this planter in this corner, and it has a whole cover for it. It's underneath the deck just to the right of the engineering space. And like I said, you can pull the plants before winter if you prefer. Like I said, I don't really worry about that. I always pull them in the springtime. And the hose can actually stay there. However, you need to take the nozzle off, and you need to disconnect from the Y. Very, very important to disconnect from the Y on that hose bib right to the right of the engineering space. Disconnect both those hoses. Let those hoses drain and dry. You're going to drain. Use the hose down below the decks to drain your spa out. Leave that valve open. Let it dry. And then take that Y off the hose bib. And above that little white cupboard there that has, I think, some antifreeze in it, that's on the wall just outside to the right of the engineering space. On top, there's one of those styrofoam cups that you can attach to the hose bib and pull it in tight so that that doesn't freeze out during the winter. Yeah, the snow does suck the stain out. So fortunately, you have more stain, I think, below. But it does tend to suck the stain after a couple of seasons. So just know that. All right, let's move in and talk this last section about the controls in the dining kitchen.